In the game on Monday night, October 28, 2024, the New York Giants traveled to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers and end up losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers by the score of 26-18. And in that game, the Giants bench cornerback Deonte Banks. Now, according to reports and reading the tea leaves within the team, seemed like Deonte Banks was already on thin ice, and he was standing on shaky ground before that game on Monday night. So they finally pulled the trigger and benched cornerback Deonte Banks. And in that, they're citing that his lack of effort and looks like this guy has maturity issues because he can't seem to understand what the fuck's going on around him. And okay, so this is why I say to all that. If you feel that way, if you feel that his effort is not conducive to winning football, then yes, put him on the bench. But this is what I suggest. Do the same damn thing to Daniel Jones. You have to go back to the third quarter in a game against the Seattle Seahawks. Is the last time Daniel Jones threw a touchdown pass. And that touchdown pass was to Darius Slayton. And that was a game Malik Neighbors didn't even play. The Giants somehow won that game against the Seattle Seahawks. That was the last time Daniel Jones threw a touchdown pass. The last time Daniel Jones threw a touchdown pass at home, you have to go all the way back to New Year's Day of 2023 and the game against the Indianapolis Colts. That was the year the Giants actually made the playoffs in Brian Dable's first year. I mean, I don't have any more fucks left to give when it comes to this team. So you bench Deonte Banks for his play, but don't bench Daniel Jones for his play. Daniel Jones has not thrown a touchdown pass since October 6th. And it's disgusting. Another move that needs to be made as soon as Tyrone Tracy clears concussion protocol, Tyrone Tracy needs to be the starting running back moving forward. He's had 2 games where he rushed up for over 100 yards. He done it against the Seattle Seahawks, and he did it again against the Pittsburgh Steelers before having to leave the game with the concussion. It's unlikely that he'll clear concussion protocol before the game against the Commanders, but should he clear concussion protocol, Tyrone Tracy needs to be the starting running back moving forward. Yeah, Ted, it is very, very offensive for this man to even be a starting quarterback. Bring back Tommy DeVito. At least Tommy DeVito will give us a chance to win. Okay? To say that Daniel Jones give the Giants the best chance to win is a slap in the face. It is a complete slap in the face, and this is gaslighting the public. This tell us to our face that this man, Daniel Jones, gives the Giants the best chance to win. That how come we have not seen the results of that? Because a Janet Jackson song off her debut album Control says, "What have you done for me lately?" And lately, Daniel Jones has done nothing but stink up the joint. A $40 million mistake. You could have given that $40 million to Saquon Barkley, but you give this bum ass motherfucker $40 million a year. Why you think I call him Danny Doo-Doo? Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, what's up, Carla? Salute to my sister Carla Jenkins. It is a complete clown show in New York. And don't worry, I got a video coming out about Joe Sheen, the general manager, because he's just as culpable. This is the third draft. Evan Neal, trash. Kayvon Thibodeau, mediocre. Deontay Banks, trash. When it came time to pay either Daniel Jones or Saquon Barkley, you bet the stable on the wrong horse. And instead of giving money to Saquon Barkley, who was by far the best player on the team, you give it to this bum, the worst player on the team. Let's talk about the strip sack, right? Because that was a crucial play to which it really kept us from scoring the touchdown and possibly tying the game. On that third down play, according to Brian Dable in the press conference, right? Finally, we got a coach that answers questions and not just take this thing that I could do better, I need to be better. No. Thank you, Brian Dable. So apparently on that strip sack, Daniel Jones was supposed to motion Theo Johnson because Theo Johnson was lined up on the left side, right? Daniel Jones was supposed to call for a motion, and Theo Johnson was supposed to help the right tackle with T.J. Watt. But Daniel Jones never called for the motion. That's what prompted the one-on-one matchup between T.J. Watt and the right tackle, at which T.J. Watt was able to easily win that matchup, and then he got the strip sack on Daniel Jones and the fumble recovery. That's an indictment on Daniel Jones. That was him lacking situational awareness in the game. That's him not paying attention to detail. The coach can only do but so much. So, the only thing I'm mad at Brian Dable is he's not pulled the trigger in benching this guy permanently. That's the only thing I'm really mad at Brian Dable about. But what is Brian Dable supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? I'm pretty sure Brian Dable is a brilliant football mind. But we don't get to see that because we got this bum ass motherfucker as quarterback right now. If this doesn't, if this game doesn't tell you that this man should not be the quarterback of the New York Giants, then I don't know what will. It's week after week after week after week of the same old bullshit when it comes to this guy. Missing throws, missing reads, taking unnecessary sacks, throwing off his back foot, throwing pick sixes. It's just unacceptable. And as a devout Giants fan, it really gets under my skin to watch this team play week after week. They are wasting away Dexter Lawrence. The defense is actually playing competent football. On that side of the ball, they're actually playing competent outside of Deontay Banks because he keeps getting burned in coverage. He keeps not putting in the effort to try to make a tackle or whatever. And then he just whole humming around the field. No, we don't need that. We don't need that shit. So yeah, put him on the bench. But I implore you to do the same thing to Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has not thrown a touchdown pass since October 6th. We're about to go into November, and this motherfucker has not thrown a goddamn touchdown pass yet. Since then, again, you have to go back to the third quarter in that game against the Seattle Seahawks on October 6th, where he threw that 30-yard touchdown pass to Darius Slayton. That was the last time Daniel Jones had thrown a touchdown pass. He didn't throw one against Cincinnati. He didn't throw one against Philadelphia. And that's a game we got an ass whooped at home in Saquon Barkley's return. Man ran for 175 yards or 176 yards on only 17 carries. Saquon Barkley had more rushing yards than Daniel Jones had passing yards. Make it make sense. Then you go to the Pittsburgh game. This man loses a fumble and throws an interception in the last 5 minutes of the game. You don't pay no quarterback $40 million to be no goddamn game manager. No, you pay a quarterback $40 million because he's supposed to go out there and get you that dub. If you fall behind, that's the quarterback that's supposed to bring you back. Daniel Jones only further exacerbates the problem. He sucks. And that is the bottom line. He absolutely sucks. And it's time that we realize this and cut bait with this guy. Now, last year, the Giants won a whole bunch of meaningless games to where it really put them behind the 8 ball in drafting a quarterback. They tried to trade up for Jaden Daniels, but the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders held the first 2 picks. Both of them needed quarterbacks. So there was no way that the Giants was going to be able to trade with those guys. Chicago already made it clear that they was getting enough for Justin Fields. And the Commanders not trading within the division. Nah. So if that was the case, then why not? Did we try to trade for Justin Fields? I mean, you can't go any. I mean, you got to do something at this point because this guy, Daniel Jones, is just not it. We just cannot continue to go through the season having this guy continuing to stink up the joint. How do you not throw a touchdown pass at home since you got that money? How is that possible? How have we only scored 1 offensive touchdown at home all fucking year? And the individual who scored the touchdown in the regular season at home for the Giants is the backup running back, Tyrone Tracy. In the previous video, I said Eric Gray, and I was wrong about that, but it was Tyrone Tracy that scored that touchdown against the Bengals. So, in my opinion, whenever Tyrone Tracy clears concussion protocol, Tyrone Tracy needs to be the starting running back moving forward. Devin Singletary, you got to go. All right, you just not in. All right, I don't know what the hell Joe Sheen was thinking signing this guy just because he had ties in Buffalo. Big fucking deal. You let Saquon Barkley walk, and that right there should have Joe Sheen fired. Because over there looking at analytics and all that shit. Man, fuck that. Saquon Barkley was our best player. You don't pay him, but you pay this fucking bum. And that right there alone, for that cardinal sin, that's why Joe Sheen should be fired. He drafted this guy, Deontay Banks. Not good. He paid Daniel Jones $160 million. Joe Sheen needs to be on the hook. He needs to be on the chopping block. Keep Brian Dable, but fire Joe Sheen. Joe Sheen is not a good GM. Just not. His draft class is horrendous. But don't worry, I'm gonna get to all that in the future video. I'm gonna dedicate a whole stream just on this and amplitude of a GM that we got. You guys let me know what y'all think about this. I am so disgusted right now being a Giants fan, and I really have a special message for Daniel Jones, right? That's the message I want to dedicate to Daniel Jones, and this needs to be over with. After the Washington game, depending how he does in that game, we really need to consider cutting bait with this guy. Bench him for the rest of the season. Don't start Drew Lock. Start Tommy DeVito. Do whatever you got to do. But Daniel Jones should not be the starting quarterback of the Giants moving forward because this is horrendously bad. Now, if you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. Shouts out to the LDBC. This your man. Scream at me. Ho!